So today, I am going to work on the Torino. The Torino has 351 Cleveland and a C6 transmission. It's been leaking, the transmission, and I think it's the pan gasket. So what I'm going to do is drain the transmission and replace the pan gasket and put a new aftermarket pan on. If that has any interest to you, please stick around and watch this. Thank you. So in order to do this, I have Ford Type F transmission fluid. I've got, I think, 11 quarts. I've got a Moroso transmission pan gasket, thicker, because like I said, I think it's leaking around there. I've got a Jags filter kit, and then I got a Spectre Performance deeper C6 pan, and it's definitely a little more sturdy than the stock one, and it's got a drain plug. And finally, I have studs for the transmission pan, since it's got a thicker gasket all the way around. So that's what we got. Next thing is I'm not gonna show you, but I gotta jack this thing up and get it up, and then we'll start draining it. So here we go. So to take all the pan bolts off, it's a 1/2 inch. So I'll take those out and drain the pan. I don't think I'm gonna do the torque converter, because I've been refilling this thing so much because of the leak that it's pretty, I think it's going to be pretty clean transmission fluid, and the transmission works. So I'm just going to do the pan and we'll go from there. But hang on, and I'm going to do the old time lapse so you don't have to watch me unloosen 43,000 bolts. But thanks for watching, and keep on. I don't know, that's stupid. So we're currently draining. I got the pan loose, and once it's all drained out, I'll finish taking the pan off, and then we're gonna change out the filter assembly, and then we will install the new pan. But you know, like I said, I got this on what are they, time lapse, so you don't have to sit and watch me unbolt these bolts for forever. The bolts are 1/2 inch, so if you're wondering, they're 1/2 inch. So there it is, and as you can tell, it looks like the gasket might have been giving up the ghost. There's a glob of, looks like dirt, that would have been between the gasket and the transmission body. So there's my fluid, and I'm now going to remove any other gasket, clean off the mating surface, and then install my studs for the pan and the gasket. And the Allen wrench is a 4mm. So here we go some more. Alright, I have the filter off. I'm going to clean the mating surface a little bit more, but as you can tell, it's pretty clean because it wasn't getting sealed too. So I'm going to do that, and again, it's all on the old time lapse, so you won't miss anything. A couple things to note: the top 2 bolts towards the engine were 3/8, and then all the rest were 5/16, and the one in the bottom left opening hole was actually a longer bolt. All the rest were the same length, except for that last one. So just an FYI. So there you go. And I definitely made a mess, but at least it's going in the right direction. So we'll just keep going from there. And if you got any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I have the filter in and the oil pan studs in and tightened. So now all I have to do is put the gasket and the new pan on, and we'll be done. Then I just have to fill it up. So, man, I got this Moroso oil pan gasket out. Look at how sturdy that thing is. I can, like, I would hope that I don't have any issues with leaking. It seems to be reusable and has a metal core, so that's what I'm calling quality. So hopefully it'll work. So there you go. I got the high capacity oil pan on with the Moroso gasket with the studs from Jegs, and I think my time lapse might have died. I don't know when exactly, but the studs have a 4mm Allen wrench at the end, so you start them by hand and then you can tighten them up with the Allen wrench. And the nuts are 1/2 inch, and I am going to fill it up later when I take it down off the jack stands and all that, so I have it on level ground so I can get a good measurement on it of the level. So I think since I didn't do the torque converter and I just drained the trans body itself, I think it takes 7 quarts, and I think this is an extra 1 quart oil pan, or 2 quarts. I can't remember, it's been a while since I bought it. So there you go, relatively easy. I sort of drug ass and it took me about 1.5 hours. You know, if you really put your mind to it and you don't use the studs and you just put the stock oil pan back, you could probably do it in 1 hour or less. Thank you, neighbor. So everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, do whatever you're gonna do, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's it. The only thing left to do is to fill the transmission up, and I'm gonna do that later after I take it off the jack stands. So that's the way you change your filter, and you don't have to replace the oil pan. I just wanted to have a little bit of extra fluid in there, so I think it's 1 or 2 extra quarts. I'll put the part number for the Spectre oil pan, if you like that, in the Type F transmission fluid, which I got pretty cheap on Amazon. So with that said, I appreciate again everybody that watches, and I'm going to continue to do this. And you may or may not like what I'm doing, but I hope you do, and I hope you share, I hope you like, and I hope you subscribe. So thanks again, and from South Louisiana, have a great day.